on the road. I'm on the road finally. I am very late leaving, but I didn't, hi, I'm vlogging my trip to Salem today, and yes, Salem, Massachusetts, that's Salem, not Salem, Oregon, and Hampton Beach, where I am meeting up some other YouTubers and friends and family of the YouTubers, and we are going to be creating content all next week and doing fun stuff and appearing on each other's channels, so that's going to be amazing and so fun. But right now I am just cruising along the little back roads. I have a very scenic drive out. It's going to be really pretty. It should be really relaxing. It's basically a straight shot almost out to Salem from me. I just go out east, straight east, and a little bit north, and I'm there. So it's pretty cool. It basically, the drive is shorter than the drive from Detroit to Chicago, which we used to do a lot back in the day. The band would go to Chicago a lot, and we'd go to Chicago and hang out and do things, so, and see bands. We go see bands in Chicago. Oops, sorry. Go see bands in Chicago that weren't in Detroit. Things like that. So this drive is about 4 hours and 45 minutes. And that doesn't take into account if I stop and get gas or whatever, which I probably will have to at some point. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I have a lot of stuff in my Jeep, and if you look right on the back right there, look through my back window, see the thing moving around, there's my purple bike. My bike is with me. It's on the back. And yeah, I got all packed up. My husband and I went to dinner last night, so that was nice. I had a really nice dinner. And it is 9:34 a.m. right now. Sorry, my camera keeps moving, and I can't fuss with it. I got to keep an eye on this road. So my camera is doing what it's doing, and if things look weird, sorry. I'd rather be safe and get there in one piece than stare at a camera. You know how it is. Staying safe. But I got really good sleep last night. I was up at 6 a.m. and I fully intended to leave by 7. But I didn't, because first off, Eliza was being adorable. She was sleeping right up by my head. And it's the last night I was going to sleep with my Doges. What is wrong with my phone? Hold on. Okay, that's a little bit better. I hate when it's all crooked, and it's all crooked, but what are you going to do? I just had to tighten it. This thing is acting really weird. I have to adjust it when I get to a rest stop or a gas station or something. But I'm not going to be vlogging this whole drive. I want to listen to some audiobooks. That's the main thing I'm going to do, I think, is listen to audiobooks. And I'm going to, I have music on. So, but I have this audiobook that I really want to listen to. It's my husband's all-time favorite book. They're actually doing, I guess, an Apple series on it. It's called A Gentleman in Moscow. Oops, sorry. I think it's called A Gentleman in Moscow. Yeah. Anyway, he is so crazy about this story. If you get him talking about that book, he will talk about it for like an hour, easily. And if you have ever seen my husband, on my videos and everything, and if you know him, the people maybe watching this who know him, he is not super talkative. He's the opposites attract. I'm like blah, 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 blah. How do you shut her up? And my husband is not talkative unless you get him drinking. So, oh, my ears just popped, sorry. Going up the hills. So, yeah, he's a quiet guy. I think he's quiet in private and like around me and at home because he talks so much at work and he's got to deal with so many things at work. Ooh, that electrical pole doesn't look good. It's like this. Yikes. So right now I'm taking this little back road all the way up, and if you are familiar with the Poconos area, comment below if you know where Lake Wallenpaupack is. It's really pretty. I'm not going up quite that far. I'm going to 84. So I'm taking 84 across. So if you know this area, I'm taking 402 to 84, and that's all I'm going to say. Ooh, big fat squirrel running across the road. Stay out of the road, squirrel. Get out of the road. Okay. He's safe. So I'm just going up to 84, and then I take that all the way out. I think I take that to like 90 or something, and then into Salem. It's a pretty straight drive. So the reasons I left a little bit later, first off, I have my cameras and my laptop and my iPad with me. So I could not check in early to the hotel. I asked, my hotel, by the way, is a 4-minute drive outside of downtown Salem. So it's pretty cool. And I mentioned that in another video. I said, if you go to Salem, it can be really expensive staying in town. I was looking at the rooms like per night, it's like almost $500 at some of these places. I'm like, no, just no, absolutely not. I mean, I guess if you want to, if you're saving up and it's a once in a lifetime thing for you, say somebody coming from like one of my friends from Europe coming over to Salem, or if you're from like LA and you've never been out east and you're going to Salem and you're very witchy and you're into all that, then maybe suck it up and spend the money and stay at like one of the bed and breakfasts in one of the historic homes or something like that. But holy crap, are these things expensive. I mean, just the hotels, like Best Westerns and stuff like that in Salem, they're ridiculously, they're like friggin' New York City prices. I'm like, oh, hell no. No. So I just looked, and right outside, there's a place called the Sonesta in Danvers, and it's like, oh, poor deer. I hate when people hit deer. It makes me upset. Like 231, I think, is the price I got, because I did it on booking.com and I have an account on there, so I got like the VIP special price. It was like 269 or 278 or something with tax, 278 with tax or something. But I signed into my account and it's like VIP pricing, so it was like 231. So it's like 231 for the night, which is still a lot more than I really want to spend for one night at a hotel. And Erica, hi Erica from Wicked Awesome Lifestyle, said I could stay with her. But I have so much crap, and my husband had a good point. He's like, you never take a vacation, you never do anything for yourself, that's just you. And you haven't taken a vacation since 2019, and that was only 4 days away with my friends. And it was, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I flew home Sunday, so barely 4 days. So I really haven't had a real vacation. And when I was there, I was staying in a room with Jamie and Angela in Palm Springs. So going out to the condo, I'm going to be sharing a room with Kim, but there's going to be 7 of us staying at the condo altogether. I think there's 7. So every night, like for the next week, I'm going to be living with people, and I'm going to have a roommate. There are twin beds in the room, and Kim's going to be sleeping in the bedroom, and I hope I don't keep her awake. I don't know if I snore. I may snore. I think I snore sometimes. But I also keep really odd hours. I'm usually up until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I'm usually editing. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is having I might end up having opposite hours of everyone there. It could be really weird because I'm such a night owl. Sometimes I don't go to bed until the sun comes up. I'm kind of Adam McIntyre that way. It's like, and then I take a nap, like from maybe like 6, 7. I'll do my animal chores at home, and then I take a nap, and then I get up by like 10 or 11, and then I start doing stuff again all day. So I have really weird sleep schedule. I usually never go to bed. I was going to bed early for a while at like 9 at night, and then getting up at 6, and I was almost a normal person. But then I just went right back into this, staying up until 3 or 4 to 6 in the morning and editing and working on videos. And the reason I do that, really, people are like, how can you do that? And I think it's almost like a necessity, and maybe mothers will understand this, and people with a lot of pets or whatever. And I think maybe Adam might get this too if he's watching this. But the reason I get so much done from about 9:30, 10 at night until 3, 4, or 6 in the morning is my dogs are all sleeping. So I have 5 dogs, and they're all sleeping, and my birds are all tucked in for the night, and my guinea pigs are fine, and Jarvis is sleeping in his little box in my office. So, and Jarvis is my rooster, by the way. I have a house rooster. So, deer on the road. Well, it's on the side, but I don't want somebody to hit it. Don't even think about it, deer. Sorry. Sorry if I scared you with the beep, but I saw a deer and there's somebody behind me and I just didn't want it to, like, you know, run out. It's eating grass on the side, but you never know. They get like, I'm going to run out. So that's why I really find I get so much more done at night, is because my house is quiet. The dogs are all sleeping. I'm not constantly like, somebody needs to go out, somebody needs, wants a treat, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. So I just find it easier. Hold on one second. I got to check my GPS. Okay, holy crap. I thought that 84 was closer. It's like I have 12 miles until I get to the freeway. So I can talk for another couple minutes. And then once I'm on the freeway, I don't know, I might pop in and say something, but on the freeway, I probably won't record a lot because I usually don't. I only like to record when I'm on these little back roads like this, because there's like, why you're up? Oh. People have cottage names out here. There's cottages and they put cute little names on the cottages. Do they do that by you where you live? I don't know. Maybe it's a Pennsylvania thing. I know they did it in northern Michigan too. When I used to go up north in Michigan, people would name their cottages. But that one was Y, the letter Y, U-R-U-P. Y, you're up. That was the name of the cottage. Okay. I'm sure they get it. It means something to them. That's cool. I mean, my house is called Arkham Farms. It's kind of a joke. Let me know if you get it. But yeah, our house and little mini farm is called Arkham Farms. Oh, I kind of came up with that when my husband was working in Manhattan all the time, and it's crazy. So I was like, he's going to Gotham and stay out of Arkham Asylum, and then he comes home and we're at Arkham Farms. I think it's cute. I've been wanting to maybe change it. I don't know, but he still likes Arkham Farms. My ears keep popping. It's so weird. So I remembered to take my vitamins this morning. I've got my lingonberry again today. I've got my PewDiePie lingonberry G Fuel, and I've got a big Path Water, which the stuff is so good. Oh my God. It was on sale. It was like two for $4 for those, and they're reusable. These cans are reusable. Just why I brought this. I can refill this, take it when I go biking or whatever. So I brought all my running gear. I brought all my biking gear. I brought my cameras. I actually brought my GoPro, and I brought the waterproof case for it and the little floaty thing. So if I go in the ocean, or if I go and try to learn how to surf, because they do surfing lessons there, I want to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do at Hampton Beach, but I want to do something that's like out of my, I don't want to say, oh, I forgot my Dramamine. I'm sure I could buy some. I was going to pack Dramamine because I may go, if I can get on one during the week, go on one of the whale watching boats. And I get very, very, very motion sick. I get really sick on boats, which is why I will never go on a cruise, ever, ever, never, ever in a million years. You could not get me on a cruise. And I know people say it's not the same. It's a really big boat. It's like you're in a floating city. That terrifies me even more. I'm not a cruise person. I will never be a cruise person. It's just, I know some people are, but it's like, don't try to make me into something I'm not. I'm 53. I know I don't like them. I don't like the people. There's too many people. Everywhere you go, it's very social. It's people-y, blah, blah, blah. And the other issue is I feel like I'm trapped on a boat. I don't know. I just feel like I need to, and I know you like sail and then you go ashore. It's not the same. I can't be out in the middle of the ocean, just out in the middle. It gives me anxiety just thinking about it. I can't imagine if I had to step on a boat. Now, going on a day trip on a boat, like going whale watching and stuff, that I am totally so down with. I think that's so cool. I really, really want to do that. But as far as being like, you're on a cruise and that's the whole thing is being on a cruise, I have no interest in that. But that's because I don't like the whole cruise thing. I love, my brother has a sailboat. I grew up going on sailboats. I love that. That's really fun. But like I said, I like day trips, you know, and day trips on boats, things like that. Not like, oh my God, the whole point of this trip is being on a boat like the whole time and then stopping and seeing places. Like, No, I don't like that. Not my. I like mountains. I like trails. I like to, like, this beach trip to Hampton Beach is going to be perfect because there's a historical garden that I might try to go see at some point. If anybody wants to go with me, I'll drive and I can take all of us or whatever. And I'm a master gardener, so I kind of want to see this garden. It's small, but it's like this really cool historical garden. And I think they have a plant shop there too. So I almost want to go there one of the last days that I'm, maybe Friday or something. I don't know, it might be crowded though, maybe Thursday. If I go, I forgot the name of it. It's called like Fowler Gardens or Fowler. I don't know. I can't remember. I saved it in my phone. But there's also a nature preservation, and it's all like more like wooded. It's not on the beach side. It's on the other side. So I may go out there and go see some trails. So I really want to do like some exploring. The hardest thing for me on this trip is going to be, well, there's two things. Even my husband and my friends, and I told my dog sitter, I go, can you believe that me, a total hermit and loner who just lives with dogs and never sees anyone, is going on a trip and staying in a condo with 6 people I've never met in real life, just know from YouTube, we know each other. And we're staying in a condo together for an entire week. And I'm sharing a room with someone. And everyone I know is like, who are you? I'm like, I know, it's so not me. But I'm actually excited about it. And what's weird is, like, in the past that would have given me so much anxiety. I would have been like, no, I can't go on this trip. I'll go if I can have my own room and my own bathroom and my own everything. And I don't know what switched in my mind. I think it's after we lost Rusty. It's just something really switched in me where I'm like, I just want to get out of the house and I want to go explore and I want to go on a vacation and I want to do things and see people. And plus the people I'm seeing, I feel really like safe around, and I don't feel like, and they've never met me and they're like, oh my God, I love you. I mean, Erica, I was talking to her on the phone. She's like, she started laughing. She goes, I just love you. And I'm like, it makes me feel like very safe and secure going and staying with them. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I don't know these people, this is weird. And I was telling my husband at dinner last night that I think it'd be different if you were in LA and you were like one of those LA YouTubers and there's a whole like house full of like LA YouTubers, or like, what's it called? VidCon that Adam McIntyre is going to, and Sloan and a bunch of people, and Rich Lux. They're all like going to VidCon. Now, if all these YouTubers who are bigger YouTubers, like in the big YouTubers, went to VidCon and said, we've all never met face to face and we're all going to stay in a house together, it could be like really a mess. And I'm only saying that because most of the ones I watch are really cool, but say you get like 1 or 2 of those people and they're out there, the bigger YouTubers, because I've read stories about it where people have said, oh my God, I met this person in real life, and their person on their channel is a total character. They've made them up. They don't talk like that. They don't act like that. That's not their personality. They're a completely different person, and it's really weird. So there are people who do that on YouTube. I think they go on YouTube and all social media like YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and they present this like character. They've created a character, and maybe it's an idealized version of themselves even. So it's not totally fake. It's coming from them, but it's like who they wish they could be all the time, but maybe they can't, and they can only do it in front of a camera. I don't know. I'm speculating. But I'm just saying, I know that I'm not going to this thing and seeing, like, I know Erica and Sherry in real life are who you see on their YouTube channel. And I told my husband has watched my YouTube channel, and so have my friends and my family. And they're not like, who are you? That's not you. They're like, yeah, what you see on my YouTube channel, it's the same me that my husband and my dad and my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and my friends and everyone sees, like, when they see me and talk to me. This is exactly how I am. So the chances are, if you like who I am on my channel, you would like me if we hung out, because this is what I'm like. This is how I talk. I'm a weirdo. I have a weird sense of humor. I am very concerned about animals and safety, and I'm kind of a loner, and I get anxiety, social anxiety and things, which is why I brought my bike and my running clothes. Because when I'm around a lot of people, and this isn't a crowd, there's only 6 of us, and we're on 2 floors of a condo. So at any one time, like, there's going to be like 3 people on one floor, 4 people on one floor. At some point, we're all going to be together and doing things together. But I'm sure, you know, we'll plan things that we're all going to do together, and then we're going to separate and do things. And we'll probably find, like, I don't know who I'm going to click with or vibe with, where I'll be like, hey, do you want to go hiking at the nature preserve with me? And somebody might say, you know what, I'm really vibing with you, let's go. Or everybody will say, we're not interested, which is fine, because I'm used to doing things alone. So I don't know who I'm going to vibe with, or who's going to want to do the stuff that I want to do, or whatever. But a lot of times, like they said, they like to just sit on the balcony and people watch, because you can drunk people, like, watch all the drunks, like, walking on the beach, walking up and down and all that. And they said the people watching is great. And I'm not a people watcher. I hate to tell everyone I'm not. I couldn't care less what people are doing. I think it's cringe. Like, drunk people are so cringe to me that it makes me, like, I don't know. I just find it very cringy. I mean, maybe if I'm hanging out with them and we're all, like, laughing. I mean, some drunk people are funny. I will give you that. But most of the time I find seeing people drunk in public really cringe. And I think that's just, I'm a Capricorn, so we're not down with the letting. We don't like to be out of control. We don't like to have no control over ourselves. We don't like to lose self-control. That's just, I think, really a Capricorn thing. We're just not that person, you know. Capricorns, you'll read, like, they have trouble, like, letting go, letting loose. And I'm coming up a hill, and there's a freaking FedEx truck on the freaking road. Oh my God, this is horrifying. Okay, I'm all right. I'm driving like a granny, and I don't care. I don't care. Because I love my Jeep, and I love my bike, and everything I love, other than my dogs and my husband, are in this car with me right now. Oh, by the way, this is hanging from my phone thing right now. So I got my little necklace that Santa's made me, and I'm taking it with me. I'm going to wear it, but it's in my car hanging from my phone thing for good luck right now, because I know she put a lot of lovely friend energy into it. So that's with me. And I also have, if Sue's watching, she probably isn't, Daggy's here. This is my dog Voodoo, who you've heard about, my soul dog, my life partner, Voodoo, who I lost in 2019. He used to carry this little, his name is Daggy. He's a doggy named Daggy, but it's short for Dagwood. So this is Dagwood the dog, and I always call him Daggy. And at night, Voodoo would I get a Daggy story for you before I get to the freeway. Voodoo would get in bed with me, and I would go, Voodoo, where's Daggy? Bring Daggy to bed. And he would jump out of bed, and he would go run around the living room and run around the house until he found where he left Daggy. And then he would jump back in bed with him in his mouth and tuck him in next to him and go to sleep. It was like the most precious thing ever. And if he had Daggy, he would, like, have him in his mouth going, grr, grr, like nobody could. Oh my God. The one time Jamie comes over and Voodoo brings Daggy to him and sets him down, and Jamie takes it and he flings it, and Voodoo looks at him like, what the hell, dude? And I go, no. And he goes, what? I go, no, you do not throw Daggy. Daggy is his baby. You just threw his baby across the room. He's horrified. So Voodoo goes and runs and gets it, and then runs and sits on a different part of the couch with Daggy. Like, that dude is trying to kill Daggy. I am not sitting by him with my toy. It was so funny. Voodoo and I had the same look on our face when Jamie, like, oh, and he brought me a toy, and he flung him, and we both went, like, horrified. And he's like, Jamie's like, well, how am I supposed to know? A dog brings you a toy. You think, you want him to throw it. You think, throw it, I'll bring it back. And I'm like, no, not Daggy. Daggy is a person. Daggy's his little person. He's his little mini-me. Anyway, that's the Daggy story. And so it's like, I feel like I have part of Voodoo with me, and I bring that with me. And I showed it before. I'm not going to pull it off right now, but I have one of his first toys in my Jeep, and I have his collar in my Jeep that says, it's embroidered and says Voodoo on it. Anyway, I'm getting to the freeway, so I'm going to get out of here, and I will be uploading more and giving you more updates. I'm about to get on the freeway, and then it's smooth sailing, I hope. Okay, bye for now. See you in a little bit.